What's going on, guys? It's Dallas here, and in this video I'm going to be discussing whether or not this SH Monster Arts Godzilla Evolved is worth buying or not. And I'm going to give you guys my full opinion, so please stay tuned for that. Now, before the review starts, I'm just going to let you guys know I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not an SH Monster Arts glazer. This is going to be a fully unbiased video to hopefully help you guys determine whether or not you want to buy this figure or not. So with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing I do want to point out is what I like about this figure. So what I really like about this figure is that the mold of this Godzilla is such an improvement of SH Monster Arts. And what I mean by that is that this figure looks more accurate, looks more like Godzilla than their previous Godzilla mold. The head sculpt looks more accurate, so they definitely improved on that. So the color of his body as well as his dorsal spikes, I think the paint colors look really well. It definitely reminds me of Godzilla fighting in Hollow Earth at the end of the New Empire. So I think the colors look really accurate to that. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is the biggest thing that everyone has been talking about with this figure. So this figure can look left and right. You can actually turn his head all the way back. Another cool thing about this figure is that you can turn his head all the way down as if you were drilling another hole into the earth with his atomic breath. Now, the biggest downside about the articulation of his head is that he can't look up. So his neck articulation is very limited and stuck at this point, and if you try too hard to point his head up, it'll actually pop off of his body. That is one big problem I have with this figure, and I'm going to discuss more problems I have with it more towards the end of the video. We also don't want to forget to mention that his tail can articulate all the way. So let's talk about the paint real quick. Obviously, a big problem with his face is that he has this bubblegum pink paint on his teeth. It looks like he chewed a whole pack of bubblegum and just forgot to take it out of his mouth, man. So that just looks really bad. I do not like that his mouth is just straight up pink. I think the eyes look just fine though. And like I mentioned earlier, the color of his body does remind me of the Hollow Earth fight Godzilla. So he's a little bit darker, a little hint of green. I don't think that bothers me too much. And then again, with the paint of the spikes, I do like how pink it is. It also is translucent if you shine a light behind it. Another thing that I like about this Godzilla sculpt is that his chest is a separate piece from his body. Works really well. And I do like that his arms has a separate shoulder piece, an arm piece, as well as a forearm piece. It really does help to show the separation in his muscles. And if we want a quick size comparison, here's a figure standing next to the Haya pre-evolved Godzilla that is also from the New Empire. So just a little bit smaller than the Haya figure. Now, with all that being said, I bought this figure for $140. And I also forgot to mention that the accessories this figure comes with are only an extra pair of hands, not even an atomic breath. So $140. Now, if you guys want my opinion on this figure is way too overpriced. And like I said, I bought this figure because I wanted to see it for myself to see if I would actually like it. And overall, I think it is a decent figure, but it is way overpriced. It is definitely not worth getting. So to answer the question, should you buy this figure? And I would say definitely not. Do not buy this figure. Do not waste your money. This is no hate to SH Monster Arts, but I mean, like, $140 for a figure that basically has no accessories, and for a figure that can't even look up all the way. Those are just some things that make it worse for this. So $140, definitely not worth it. Like I said, I bought this just so that I can see for myself, to give you guys an unbiased opinion. I don't hate SH Monster Arts. I'm just really disappointed at how this whole situation turned out. I do think it's a decent figure, but definitely not worth the price. I do not recommend getting it. I do recommend waiting for the Haya Toys release, which is only going to be $50 and arguably is going to be better than this one. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I had to say for this figure. $140 with no accessories. Although SH Monster Arts did improve the Godzilla mold, it does not justify the price at all. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if this review video helped you out to determine whether or not you wanted to buy the figure or not. Like I said, I don't recommend it. I recommend you guys to save your money and to go for that Haya Toys Godzilla Evolved. And I will be comparing both figures together when we do get the Haya Toys Evolved Godzilla in hand. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers, so for those of you who made it to the end of the video, once we get to 30K subscribers, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway, so let's keep the support rolling. Have a good one, guys. See you in the next one.